Welcome, people. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. We are back in here doing what we do, bringing it to you like we normally do. It's Wind Down Wednesday. We are winding down, TikTok. We are getting ready for the next week. So, with that being said, y'all know what time it is. It's Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all know who I am. I'm Sandy. And my friend still got that echo in her thing. I don't know what it is. She got that
We
echo.
technical difficulties, people. I apologize, but y'all know what time it is. Y'all know I'm Chanice, and we back. It's Wind Down Wednesday. I missed you guys last week, but my daughter had a game because it's basketball season. So, but I'm back. I'm in the building. Happy to be here. Um, Missed you guys. Hope y'all had a great week so far, and grateful that you guys tuned in to wind down with us. So how's your week been so far, sis?
Baby, when I say it's been a wonderful time, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What up? Okay. You're going to have to go out and come back in, my friend, because you got some kind of going on with you, too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But anyway, my week has been wonderful. It's been good. Log out, Netta, and come back in. Because you sound like you got a helicopter or something going on at your house. Maybe your husband up there trying to, tap in on the helicopter. And the Netta, you got some noise going on. You got noise. You got noise, Netta. You got noise. We're gonna have to kick you from the studio, and then she gonna have to come back in. But anyway, what's going on? What's going on, AJ? What's going on?
Thanks for
Tuning in from what's going on? We hope everybody all right. You at your hospital. I hope everything is good, girl. We're praying for you. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. So my week has been good. There it is. That's better, Netta, because you was flying on a helicopter or airplane or something like a crop duster or something. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, it didn't sound right. That's all I'm saying. So at the end of the day, my week has been great. Everything has been good. Things has been going well. You know me. It's one day at a time, and I do it. What I don't like is what you and I don't like is this weather. I ain't happy about the weather. I ain't feeling it. I don't like the cold. I don't like the snow. I don't like getting wet. I don't like none of that. So, but as you would say, sis, I'm above ground. I'm doing well, and I'm just I'm smelling the coldness, and I'm smelling them snowflakes. AJ, oh, okay, you at work. I pray for all my friends. You at work. Girl, I thought you was at Children's Hospital with a grandson or granddaughter or something. We can't be having that. Not now, because 'tis the season for nobody to be sick. You feel me? Period. So how your week been, sis? How your week been?
I've been great. I've been hanging in there. Like you said, it's cold. It's allergies. Like my head is like stuffy right now. I feel sounded congested. So it's that time of the season where, it's flu season, virus season. So keep your hands washed, stay off of face. I still wear my mask everywhere. I'll be the only one, but I'm fine with that. So yeah, the family's safe. Nobody's injured. Nobody's sick. I mean, I got allergies, and sinuses, and just like everybody else trying to adjust. But what I really hate, sis, right now, is this time change at 4 o'clock. Baby, it's time to go to bed.
Yes.
It's crazy. I can't get used to it. It's so gloomy, and yeah, I don't like it. I'm happy to be alive and got, all my senses. I'm in my right mind, but this time change, they can have it.
I'm with you on that because I kind of get adjusted. It's like heck, it's 6 o'clock and it look like it's midnight outside. So I'm with you on that. But yet God is still good. Whether it's day or night. I hope they don't stay in this time zone. I hope when they change next time, that's where they'll stay, because I think I heard that they weren't trying to change the time and stuff no more. So, back and forth, hour before, hour backwards. I'm hoping that they go one more time and we stay in that zone and call it a day. Because this here, I don't like this. I don't like this one time. I used to be able to, in the summertime, I'd be able to run around and jog and do whatever I do at 6 o'clock. But that ain't happening right now. And it sure ain't gonna happen now because it's too cold. So what's up, Netto? How your week been, girl? How your week been? And thanks for joining us again. How your week been?
It's been great. I don't have no complaints, with a little work and a little home, a little work, a little home. I'm with y'all. I ain't with this time zone either. It's too dark outside.
Entirely. I'm eating peanuts because I got to keep the proteins in my system, because I'm like, sis, ain't nobody trying to be sick out here. It's one thing with the weather changing and all that, and we get allergies and the colds and sinuses take effect. We ain't trying to do all that. So I be trying to keep the proteins as much as possible in my system. So excuse me for eating my peanuts, because I felt the need to eat peanuts today. And, I'm drinking my kombucha. So you don't know what it is, you need to go on out and try it because it's good for you.
Okay.
Anyway, in the meantime, in the between time, let's get down to it. But wait, next week is Thanksgiving. So we're going to talk about traditions. I don't care what kind of tradition it is. We're going to talk about it.
Thanks.
Is it a tradition that you put on the same shoes that you had on last year for Thanksgiving? Do you wear the same dress to dinner that you wore 10 years ago? You've been wearing, traditions. Why do people, let me not say people, why do Black people have traditions when it comes to holidays such as Thanksgiving and Christmas? Why? Why do we have those traditions?
I think it's generational. I think it's because it's passed down. It's a generational thing, and some people continue it. Some people add their own little flair to it. Some people discontinue it. I guess it's just difference of opinion. It depends. I really can't say for Thanksgiving I have any traditions. I know we get tired of the normal turkey dressing. Like, we get tired of that. So we've done different Thanksgiving. Like, we had a seafood Thanksgiving where we just fixed all seafood. We did one year where we just did pizza. We just kind of like try to mix it up, because a lot of times, sometimes we don't want to do what everybody else doing. We don't want that dry turkey and ham, and we want some other things. So I wouldn't say it's a tradition, but it's just like, if we feel like eating it that year, we will. If not, we won't.
What's your take on the tradition thing, Netta?
I like traditions, because I don't cook. I heard you, Shanice. How you doing, by the way? You good?
Yes, my daughter had basketball. It's basketball season, so we had a game last week. So yes, I'm great. Thank you for asking.
At the game, but I like traditions because I like to cook, and I like to eat those traditional things once a year, because I don't cook that during the year unless I have a real taste for them, and I never normally do. So I'm cool with traditions. I'm cool.
So with these traditional things, what is it that you, Netta, particularly your husband, what is he like? Is every year? What is it that you gotta cook or he gotta have every year? What is it?
Green beans.
But he can have them all year. He can have them anytime.
Facts. He I don't cook them that much because green beans be like $6 a pound, and they heavy.
Green beans or greens?
Green beans.
Oh, you do the fresh ones.
Correct.
Not out the can.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
All right. Then I'm gonna have to taste some of your green beans, because I am a green bean fanatic.
I'm a Thanksgiving. I'm a cook. I'm gonna put you up something so you could just. I'm just gonna put you some little tasters to the side so you could just.
Yeah. How about you freeze them for me? Because that weekend for me, busy.
Yeah, I know.
Busy. Sister won't be seen probably till Monday or Tuesday. Who knows? I don't know. Depending on when I decide to come back.
I got you.
That's, tis the season to travel is what I say. Forget the tradition. The tea It's traditionally traveling. How about that?
Hey, I'm with you because we will not be here in Cincinnati, so I'm right there with you. Change up the tradition. We traveling.
Traditionally traveling.
Hubby and I used to go to Thanksgiving to North Carolina, you know, with my twin at. But once we moved in the condo, John started coming here, which is good for him so that he can bring his little girls here so they can see their brothers and sisters and their family that's here, you know. So it was a good switch up for him.
And that's normally what Thanksgiving is. It's, the tradition is for family. It's not really, we do things for other people. You know, we do things for other family members. And I guess that's why if you are black and you grew up in a black area, a black neighborhood, or you came from a black family or a black environment or whatever, we do things for the neighborhood. Here's my thing is that when we do Thanksgiving, some people come over and then they take the whole thing. They don't, it's whatever you got left over, because you know we do leftovers. Black folks do a lot of leftovers.
Facts.
But there's some people that don't bring nothing to the table, but they want to take everything with them. That's a tradition.
Ooh, baby. I hate that. So you talking about them folks that bring Big K, but then they want to leave with your Pepsi and your Mountain Dew, your Sprite. They want to pack up 17 plates for them and they kids and the kids. Yes, that's craziness.
I don't like all that. I mean, this is my thing. Take what you want, take what's there. And that's fine. But can you not leave everything else?
Leave some for somebody else.
Period. Leave some for somebody else. At the end of the day, we don't. Another thing that we traditionally don't do is, who do green bean casserole?
What is that?
You cook green bean?
I don't do no casserole though. I do
we you know, Southern and Black, a lot of, not majority, because some probably do. We don't eat that. What is that?
I don't know.
That sounds like a white person's dish. Excuse my language.
I don't know how to do it, but it's a tradition. If it is, then it's a tradition that they do. It's something that we all have traditions. I think everybody has a tradition, whether you're Black, white, Puerto Rican, Hispanic. But why do we have to wait until Thanksgiving and Christmas to implement those traditions? Because we don't have to. You know, some people may not ever cook up dressing until Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That's me.
Now you done had all year to cook dressing. Why you gotta wait till Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Because Sandy is on sale.
No. Prices go up.
For me, it's because that's when my family come. You know, I mean, he's not gonna make that trip just to make that trip. And girls, so they, you know, they young. He a man. He normally do it by himself. So, you know, if he gotta pull over to use the restroom, he gotta trust the girls to be there by themselves for that hot second. You know, it's dangerous out here, so that's pretty scary for him. So he don't like to keep him, you know, put him on that road that much like that. So that's just a special time for him to be able to come.
Oh, okay. I mean, I get that, but then again, we don't have to wait until Christmas and Thanksgiving come.
We don't. I agree with you. I think it's a mood and it's a feeling too. Because I know that these times are like one of my favorite times, or one of my favorite holidays, just because I don't know, make you feel all warm and giddy inside, and make you think about, you know, people you love, and you should think about people you love all year round. But I think it's so many specifics put on it. You know what I mean? It's just like it's a normal clock in your head that's been set since you've been a little kid, that, you know, Thanksgiving is time that like family get together. So I mean, it's part of it. Can be, you can consider a part of the tradition.
I guess, you know, it's a time that we give thanks. You know, we are thankful for family getting together, coming from out of town, you know, and doing the things that we did when we grew up on. Because I grew up on the traditional stuff, you know, family always getting together. My mother always came. When I moved to Ohio back in 86 or something, 85, 86. When I moved to Ohio back then, my mother used to come up for the whole month of November. She would stay all the way to close to Christmas. And then we would go down there. And this would happen every single year. We would do this every year. And I mean every year. So it was a tradition for her to come up in November. And then it was another tradition for us to go back home in December. But it was like I grew up with family hanging out with each other on Thanksgiving. I mean, when I say hanging, we hung. But now I'm so far removed from the tradition that it don't bother me at all. If I don't be around family, you know, if I don't go back to Alabama, if I don't go up north, it don't bother me. It's just because the tradition has kind of played out. And I just, you know, I don't know, call me, I do love my family and they still get together and they love getting together, but I don't have to do that no more. I just don't have to. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me either that I don't have to, but I love my family. I love my people, but I just don't have to do the traditional stuff anymore. Maybe because I'm old and then older. Let me say that. Older and doing a lot of traveling ain't something that I want to do for a couple of days or whatever and then come back home. So I don't know. The traditional stuff.
I understand and I totally respect it. I get it. Like it does after a while, after so many years, it gets played out. Like because it's always done the same way. You know, I feel like we should be able to add a twist to it. It shouldn't have to always be, you know, every year we got to go to grandma's house or every year we got to go to auntie's house. Like this is it. It should be a shared thing. It should be wherever you are. You know what I mean? That home feeling, that love feeling is wherever you are. It's not, and that's any time of the year. So I totally get you with because we didn't want to be, you know, here at home during the holidays. We want to be out and doing something different because it's always the same thing and you get burnt out. Just to be quite honest.
You do. So what else traditions other than the greens and the mac and cheese and what other traditional stuff that we do? I mean, it ain't got to do nothing with Thanksgiving or Christmas. You know what is happening is people wearing the same pajamas. What y'all think about that route for Christmas time? I mean, now that's becoming a tradition. It's becoming a tradition with families and friends or whomever that are gathered at that moment during Christmas season, because now it's the holiday season. From here on out until January, I will be glad when January 2nd arrives. That's all I'm saying. So from here on out, during Christmas, everybody looking for a pair of matching pajamas. Why?
I don't have that tradition, so I can't really answer that question.
You don't do that?
Mm-mm.
So you're in
I've
the
done it before, but I don't do it every year, but I have done it before.
Me too. Courtney and I normally would just take a picture by the Christmas tree. You know, every year we just take a Christmas tree picture. You know, last year, a couple years, she wanted to do pajamas. I'm not doing pajamas this year. I don't know what I'm doing this year, but it won't be pajamas. I do know that. So that tradition, but she wants to do pajamas, but I don't know if she wants to do pajamas with me or she's going to do pajamas with somebody else. She's working on that, but that's another tradition.
Well, would you do it?
If she asks me, I don't know. Because, you know,
she would. That's her baby. She would, Netta. That's her baby.
I just had to ask her the question so she can think of it.
We did it already. You know, we can take a picture by the Christmas tree, and I'm good with that. We can do Christmas socks. I'm good with that. But we did that already. We need to do something different. You know, because I'm a different person. We need
you
to
could do jerseys. You could do your favorite team. You could do, you know, you from Alabama. You could do, you know what I'm saying? Like, switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. We will see. Only time will tell. So what other news is going on with you all and around the world? Let me tell you this. Here we go. Let's get off of the topic of tradition. We can't go nowhere these days. We can't look at nothing these days. We can't read nothing these days without somebody getting shot and killed and all that other stuff. It's a darn shame. The babies can't even go to the freaking football game and play football without something happening right there with them. The football players can't even go on a field trip and come back. You can't even go to school without getting shot or stabbed by somebody. What is going on? We already know mental illness is real. Can we blame that on mental illness and bullying? What do we blame all this stuff on? How much you can only, now I can only take so much, but would it cause me to go out and shoot and kill somebody? Will it cause me to go out and hurt somebody? I pray it doesn't, but I'm not trying to be in a situation. If I know something is bad for me or somebody is mistreating me or doing me bad, why am I going to stay in that kind of environment? What is going on? Help me out here.
Now, let me ask you a question. What about the girl who they went out of town and her friends killed her?
Now, did she have a clue? Now, I don't like that. Let me tell you this. And y'all know I say it all the time. No new friends. I said, no new friends. Did she have any clue?
That makes me think about the Kanika Jenkins thing where the girl was, when she died in the freezer. They found her in the freezer about 3 years back. It's just really sad that we're in a time where you can't trust that nobody is your friend. You know what I'm saying? You your own friend. And it's sad that we have to walk through life that way, but especially for the younger generation. There's no leaders. Everybody's a follower. Everybody's into trends. Nobody's stepping up. So it's crazy.
And you're absolutely right. The question is, who can you trust? Who can you trust? Other than Jesus Christ himself. Who can you trust? How do you get trust from an individual only to turn around and they spit on you or whatever? I was listening to Ricky Smiley this morning.
Me too.
And he was saying something about, because something was happening with people, and they was talking about how when you leave a job and when you go somewhere or when you get fired or replaced by somebody, what you do and how you do it. You can't never mistreat people. You shouldn't. You can never. He said, this is what he said. It's not verbatim. He said, don't spit on nobody when you're walking out the door. He said, because it'll come back to get you. In other words, don't mistreat nobody. And I put my whole trust in you. I put faith in you and all that other stuff and believe wholeheartedly in you. Don't spit on me and do me wrong and do me bad and think good gonna come. Because who can you trust? Who can you trust? Who can you trust? Trust hard to come by.
Do we base our trust off of other people's experience? Because I know we're talking about the situations, but I brought up the girl who got killed by her friends.
She couldn't trust them.
But she didn't even know that. And that's why she was with them and went on the trip with them, because she considered them as her friends. What did Phil say?
Phil say you trust yourself, but most times give that person the benefit of the doubt.
Fact.
And you do. Here's the thing. At what point have they shown you currently or in the past that you couldn't trust them or they can't be trusted? Now, if somebody showed you that, what you do?
Right. I agree with that 1,000%. And, you always have to have a plan B. Safety first. That's what we always try to teach our girls, like safety first in every situation. Nowadays, even grown people, like we got accountability partners. If I went somewhere, I don't have no issue with saying, hey, this is where I'm gonna be at. because if something happens, then you'll know, you know what I'm saying, where to start, where to end. And like that's how you got to function through life right now. And Penn says when a person show you who they are, believe them. And that's facts. That's definite facts. But now when you travel in a circle and you're saying people are your friend, you really have to let somebody know, a family member, you know, friend, somebody know like what's going on. I don't know who knew that this girl was traveling or going to be with them. I mean, it's disappointing to hear. I mean, you know, Sandy, you got a grown daughter that do traveling. You know, any of our kids as they get older may do some traveling. You want to know that they're safe. You know, so hey, report me, shoot me a text message, report to me, let me know where you gonna be at. I ain't trying to be in your business, but safety first. If something happens, you know, that's how we have to teach our young people. It's sad.
I do feel, my thing is, here's what, I'm gonna trust you. Trust was hard. Trust used to be hard for me. It used to be extremely hard for me because I done got burned by people, and I just had to, I would treat you, and I give you a long handle spoon. I would feed you with that spoon from a distance. We cool and all, but I can't let you in that close. I'm telling you, trust is hard, but like Phil said, when you see it, you better believe it.
Mm-hmm.
When they show it to you, you better believe what you are seeing. But when I let you in and then I can't trust you, guess what? You probably ain't gonna be able to come back in for a long time, and it's gonna be extremely hard. That's why I keep saying, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. No new friends. No new friends. I'm not trying to do all of that. I don't like messy either, Phil. And that's what happened when you can't trust people. Because people can be messy and people want to be messy. And then you may not even know what's going on at the beginning or in the middle or even at the end until it happens. I don't like messy, and I don't like folks I can't trust. Trust when I tell you that. It's hard to come by. So who can you trust? I've been knowing Phil forever. Can I trust him with my life and Courtney's? Absolutely. Something happened to me, would he be able to take in my child? Absolutely. Without a doubt. I trust him wholeheartedly. If I give Phil my bank account number, do I trust that he gonna do whatever he needs to do and act accordingly if something happened to me? Him and Joy? Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. That's some trust. But when it to the point where I can't, we go out of town and we doing this, that, and the other, and something happened, and I find out I can't trust you, it's a wrap, bro. That's why I tell you I'm no friends. I'm not trying to do friends. I'm not trying to. I don't like hearing people running their mouths about other folks. Me either. Because, see, you trust them to be in your circle and to see what's going on. That's the whole thing. You trust that person to come in your life and to be around your friends and y'all hanging out and kicking in and doing whatever. They seeing you, you seeing them. Y'all hanging out, y'all doing whatever. And at the end of the day, they over in the corner talking about you. I can't, Houston, we got a problem. We got a problem. And see, that's what people don't understand. Cincinnati so little. That's the problem. It's so little. It's so little. That shoe gonna come back and it's gonna have a note in it, and it's gonna tell you what somebody said. And you done put your trust and faith in that person forever and a day. How can you trust them again? I can't trust you with 2 pennies laying on the ground without me thinking you're gonna pick them up and put them in your pocket. Who can you trust? It's a whole lot of that going. It's a lot of that going on. Them football players thought they could trust that boy. They used to play ball with them. They probably saw him and looked at him, and the next thing you know, they didn't go because they trusted him. They trusted him. They trusted him, and now he did. Now they did. But mental illness is real, though. I'm trying to tell you, it's real. But I can't trust everybody. That's why I keep telling you I'm no new friend.
I thought that they was bullying on him.
That's what he said.
I mean,
but how?
You know the truth. And it's still no excuse for you to, then seek revenge by killing them. But like you said, mental health issues is real. And so if you bullying on me, you know, my mental illness gonna kick in, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and I guess that's what he felt.
But but my thing is, they thought they didn't look at him as being harmful
Mm-hmm.
because they trusted him. You know, they trusted him.
If they bullying on him, I understand.
Well, still they didn't. But we don't know if that was them, or if he just wanted to take some players out. We don't know specifically who it was that he was after. But the fact of the matter is, period, they trusted him not to harm them. They had to. I mean, bullying or not bullying, they still trusted that he would not harm them.
I mean, we at times where, you know, trusting to get you killed, as we seen. You know, being trusting is get you killed. And a lot of our younger kids, they've never had, you know, some of those experiences or even those conversations. Say, hey, you know, they just walk through life willy nilly like nothing will ever happen, because at the time they've never experienced anything like that. So they're just like, well, you know, it happened to my cousin or happened to my neighbor. It's not gonna happen to me. Like, we gotta have these conversations, because you can't just walk through life like that. Like, it can cost you your life trusting somebody, especially the wrong person, and you don't know that, you know, a lot of times.
And you don't, which is a shame. But you know, that's why I can't let everybody in my circle. I'm sorry, I just can't. Been there, done that. It's gonna be hard to do again, but God is good, and it just might happen, and I might have to let somebody, you know, come in, and we'll see how far they'll go. You know, we'll see if it'll be some flip flops with my name on it. I send them in the mail, and y'all just meet me there. I don't know, you know. So it is what it is.
It's definitely something that's earned. Trust is definitely something that's earned.
Definitely, but it's a done deal. Once you lose it, it's a wrap. So what else going on, ladies? Wakanda Forever is out. I've seen it. Never had seen it yet.
Blonde movie. Go see it.
It's good.
I'm going again Saturday.
Friend, I can't believe I ain't received no invite. I have a problem with that. I trust you to be able to invite me to these places that you know I probably wouldn't do by myself, and you acting the hell out of crazy.
What?
You said, well, I already know that you already saw the movie, but you said now you want to see it again.
I am.
She's trusting that, you know, you go extend the invitation since you on part 2.
Correct.
It's what I think I hear her saying.
You look, I got to look in the bat phone. I got to flip through the pages. And I got to see if there's a ticket in there, you know, for you, Netta. You know, trust me. I want you to trust me enough, you know, that I can look through the bat phone.
That I'm trusting that it's probably code word for, you know, something else is happening that we can't talk about right now, Netta. Because that's what I'm trusting. That's the vibe I'm getting, Netta.
Okay.
Trust me. You can trust me. You know, you can trust me. I promise I won't lead you down the wrong path.
Thank you.
And I won't tell you the wrong things, because that's not my nature. That's not what I do. What you see is what you get. You know, I'm open, honest, and truthful, and a trustworthy person. So
it's so much fun.
OMG. I'm probably one of the best friends that you could ever have, until you do something, and I got to let you go. You know, I got to, you know, so it is what it is. So Wakanda Forever is out. A whole lot of other movies are out. I haven't seen the Emmett Till movie. Tis the season, though. Tis the season for movies. Tis the season for a lot of things. Idris Elba is in a movie called The Beast or Beast. I'm watching that. It looks good so far.
That was a good movie. Yes, ma'am.
I'm watching it. You know, he's fine anyway. Chocolate. He's chocolate.
What, you on Netflix?
No, I got an app that I watch movies on.
Okay.
So, Netta.
Ma'am.
Shanice probably know too. I know Phil know. I'm really bad with people. So, Netta, tell what happened this past weekend when I was on the phone with you.
Oh, So listen, y'all. This my people. Sandy Tuck, what we call her Tuck, is my people, right? So we on the phone and we just, having a little conversation. And I hear her say, "Oh, don't be walking up on me like that." And so I hear a guy and she give him a hug, like, "Okay, nice seeing you again." So we continue our conversation. So when she get back on the phone with me, she said, "Oh, girl, I don't know who that was, but he knew me." So I'm like, okay. So we continue to talk. Next thing y'all know, my phone ring. So I was like, hold on, this is my husband. So hubby like, yeah, I'm talking to you. I saw your new best friend. So I'm like, babe, where you at? You at the mall? Because she was at the mall. So he was like, yeah. Which I knew that's where he was going because he was going to return something. So I just bust out laughing like, babe, was that you? Babe, was that you? I gotta click over. I click over to this woman. I say, woman, listen. That man that you didn't know who it was, that was my husband. Now, mind you, he wear a mask all the time too, but he took his mask down for her. And she still didn't know who he was.
So we trusting that she don't pay attention.
Come out a year.
She got one of them husbands that everywhere he go, he got a mask on. The last time I saw him was at my birthday party in March. The time before that was August at somebody else's birthday party. So you do the math. And he had on a mask. So I meet a lot of people. I know a lot of people, and a lot of people know me. Have no clue of who they are.
Denise.
Hey, she wasn't trusting it. Netta, she wasn't trusting it.
He ran up on me. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? How you doing? He was like, yeah, I had to run up on you. I saw you had to run. He took his mask down. It was, we just having conversation. I'm just talking. And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, good to see you. He was like, yeah. I was like, take care and blah, blah, blah. I'm on the phone and I said, girl, I don't know who that was, but they knew me. And lo and behold, it was her husband.
That is hilarious. That is comedy right there.
Hey.
Anyone trusting it?
Our agreement. Like, babe, no, that was not you. He was like, that's me. That's me. She did not know who me was.
I did not. I mean, I'm good with faces, bad with names. So, how many do y'all do that? Have you ever done that? I'm really good with a name.
Yes, I'm super guilty of that. Yes, I will. I will be like, hey, how you doing? And then when they leave, I'll be like, dang, what's that?
I'm like that as well. My memory is so trash. Like I was at what's that Friday, Sandy, downtown?
Nostalgia?
No.
What?
Outside.
Where we went?
What is that?
Treehouse?
Treehouse.
Oh.
Friday. And some girl, she called me by my name. So I'm like, oh, I grew up with her. She know me. She like, Johnetta. I'm like, hey girl, you look so pretty. I turned around to Tasha like, who the hell is that? She looking at me. Cause I mean, I'm talking to the woman like I don't know who she is. And I'm just like, I'm stuck. But I couldn't be rude and answer like, girl, I just don't remember you.
I'm like that too. I'd rather not. I ain't gonna be rude at all. So they be like, dang, she was so rude. She seemed so nice. And I just be like, hey girl, how you doing? Hoping, XYZ. And then later on I try to rack my brain. And after I stop thinking about it, sometimes I figure out who it is, and sometimes I still do not know who the heck it was. But hey, I didn't leave them with no bad taste in their mouth, that's for sure.
And she knew me, so it's all love. So it is what it is.
And the thing about it is, when that happens, is you don't want to say the wrong thing. You just want to be as nice and cordial as you possibly can. I don't even ask you your name. We went to see Kirk Franklin on Sunday night. I see somebody else in there. Hey girl, they speaking to me like, hey, how you doing? My grandson is 1 year old now. My nephew died, and hey girl, I'm so good to see you. I'm so sorry to hear about that. And congratulations on, I don't know who it was. Just no face. I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess it happens like that.
Hey, but they walk away with a pleasant experience each time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, can you introduce? She was like, go.
If I introduce you, it's like
It's gonna mess up everything. It's gonna ruin everything.
I'm like, hey, how you doing? This is my friend. I'll say your name, and then I say this is, and then by that time they extend your hand and they say their own name, so I don't even have to say it. So and then sometimes if I'd be like, oh, this and you'll be like Janetta, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm so and so. So I give you time to say your name so they can tell you their name. That's how you.
Nobody knows the wiser. Nobody knows the wiser.
I'm just saying, you become a pro at this when you don't know folks, and it's like I don't know a lot of people. I went into Panera the other day, and the lady was like, "Oh, I know you. You came in the other day, and I know you." She was like, "Was you on something, or was you in a magazine?" I said, "No, boo, I was on a commercial." I knew that was you, but I done been to Panera 10 times, and I've seen her, and she done helped me 1,000 times. The only thing that she can remember is me being on the darn commercial.
Facts.
But
I've met so many people that I didn't know, and they be like, "Oh, I know where I know you from, the radio show, Tuck Radio." I'm like, "Hey, thank you for tuning in. How you doing in real? How you doing in real life? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How you doing? Thanks for tuning in."
Exactly. So other than that, life is good, God is good, it's all good. 'Tis the season to be happy and not be sad. But you all know, like I said, mental illness is real. 'Tis the season for people to commit suicide.
Yeah.
We don't like talking about all the negative stuff all the time because we like talking about positive. But this is reality. People don't survive during this time of the year because they go through so much. Some people they're guilty because somebody passed away and they didn't get the opportunity to express themselves or see them or talk to them enough on the phone or whatever the case may be before they passed away. And then now they in a guilt trip because now the shoulda, woulda, coulda is in place. And then here they go causing harm to themselves. So we have to be cognizant of the people that surround us, listen to them and pay attention, because that boy told his daddy, I don't know what's going on. They picking on me, or they doing this, that, and the other. They still bothering me. I'm having issues at school and blah, blah, blah. And the daddy said, you got 1 more year, son. Do whatever you need to do to stick it out and, to try to make it. Just, hang in there. Daddy had no clue that he was going to go and kill somebody. So my thing is, when you don't listen to people like that, because they are going through stuff. 'Tis the season. I'm telling y'all, 'tis the season for people to be sad. I know somebody that they are struggling, even 3, 4 years later, 3 years, almost 2 to 3 years later. They are struggling because they didn't see and do for their mother like they wanted to, or well, like they should have. Let me say that. Because what kept them from seeing her, to me, was minute. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you like this. Ain't nothing and nobody coming between me and my mom. God rest her soul. Ain't nothing and nobody coming between me and my mom. That didn't happen, and I wasn't going to let that happen. So at the end of the day, no one should let anything or anybody come between. That's if you have that kind of relationship. Some people don't have that relationship. It's hard for individuals to have a relationship if your mama gave you away, if your daddy gave you away, if both of your mom and daddy gave you away. So it's like it's hard to have a relationship with them. But
Facts.
You don't let nobody come between. Nobody come between you and your peoples. You just should not do that. There's no way I'm gonna do that. No way. 'Tis the season for all of that. People will allow folks to come between them and they will lose out. And then when they lose out, then they start feeling bad and they want to commit some acts of violence. If it's not with them, it's with somebody else. So we need to pay attention to what's going on around us. In so many words, that's what I'm saying. Trust your instincts and trust what's going on around you.
Facts.
Point blank, period. You know, the end. And I got my hair cut. But since I came from outside, I still got the little beanie on.
I was gonna ask you what's going on with that hat on, that new haircut.
Yeah, I got the beanie on because I came.
I'm feeling the curl to the face though, like I'm feeling it.
I was rushing a little bit to get in. So, you know, I'm trying to get that look going. I'm going again on, I'm back to the, you know, to the head thing. I'm back to the, you know, doing the hair like I want to do it and, you know, making sure it look fresh. So I'm back. In other words, she's back.
I'm almost back. I'm almost back to taking it back down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like super short.
Right there.
You like this?
Ooh. I can't.
You
Thank you.
I can't color my hair. I can't dye my hair
what?
because it'll break off real bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, got you.
Break.
Then you just spray something in it. Then just get the spray.
Facts.
You know, just spray something in. You know, hopefully it just wash out.
I never thought of that.
You know, spray a little streak. You know, make it a, you know, whatever color you want.
Facts.
You know, and then you'll be fine. Then shampoo it out. That shouldn't damage your hair. I don't know. Who knows? But 'tis the season for everybody to spend their money on everything. What y'all want for Christmas? What you want for Christmas?
To live to see Christmas. Look, to live to see Christmas. And nowadays, I mean, you can ride down the highway and man your own business and get shot. So I just want to live to make it to see Christmas.
That's the point.
I want to look out for the babies for Christmas. That's what we always do. We look out for the babies.
Well, we got a program coming up that you can be able to look out for the babies.
We already got babies, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Me and Eddie Hawkins. So
you talking about the chili thing?
That it's you know, helping the kids, and then we're gonna do some kind of shop something with the babies or something. I forget what it's called. He told me. But
that's always fun. Yeah, that's always fun.
We're trying to do something. We're trying to make sure the babies see a Christmas, see some gifts or see some happiness and put some smiles on their face. Right. So, you know, it's like whether or not you can, you know, donate $100, $200 or 50 cents or whatever, or some time to go with them and just walk around the store and shop. We're trying to figure out who's going to give us that opportunity, if it's going to be Walmart or Target.
Right, right.
But we going to keep everybody up to date. The chili cook-off is a part of raising money to help kids. So, you know, I like to stay involved with that. That's a part of my community-oriented giving back. Right. So that's what we do. That's how we do it. Ooh, I have not. I'm telling y'all. I would tell y'all another story, but I can't tell you because it's funny. I'd be incriminating myself, so I got to keep it to myself.
We'll talk about it after the fact because it's almost time for positive quotes. It's okay.
Yeah. We'll talk about it after the fact. So it's time for the positive quotes. Because it's that time. Oh, and I'm gonna be busy for the next 3 weekends, but I kind of like that. Doing some things, going out of town. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Spur of the moment stuff, last minute stuff. It's gonna be fun. I'm doing some things in my house. It's like I'm trying to sell a bed frame. You know, anybody want a queen size bed frame? Let me know. 4 sale.
I mean, you look like you on location. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, where's she on location at? You know what I'm saying?
I'm in somewhere. That's all I can say. I'm in somewhere. That's all that matters. I'm in somewhere. That people don't always need to know where you at, but I'm in somewhere.
Facts.
How about that? So at the end of the day, You know, make sure you live life to the fullest. Be careful who you trust. Stay out of mess. And we getting ready to get our positive quotes.
Go ahead, Netta.
My positive quote is learn how to trust, learn who you can trust, and be careful with your trust. Back.
I like that. That's a mouthful, right? Where the candles at? That's deep. My quote is gonna come from Neil Maxwell, and it says, "We should certainly count our blessings, but we should also make our blessings count." So always make your blessings count. Count your blessings, but make them count too.
And y'all know me. I do have some words for you. But the one word I want to say, trust in the Lord with all thine mind, heart, body, and soul. And lean not to thine own understanding. In all things, trust in the Lord. How about that? And at the end of the day, it's always better to give than it is to receive. And on that note, good people.
See y'all later. Thanks for tuning in.